welcome to Kitchen Basics 101, where I teach you the bare bone basics as if you've never cooked a day in your life from the perspective of a mom. Okay, I don't know if you guys remember, but in my Thrive box, I ordered this sourdough penne, and I haven't had a chance to try it. So I thought, let's make a little simple sauce so we can taste it and see if we like it. Ordered from the same brand. I've never tried any of this stuff before. I ordered the tomato paste. I love that it comes in a little jar so I can just take a scoop or two out. Love that. Easy to store in the fridge. And I tried this is like their strained tomatoes. So we're going to make a little creamy garlic tomato penne. It's going to be so much easier than you think it is, I promise. So first things first, this is my frozen garlic that I made for you. And I'm going to take out a chunk or two of this and put it into a smaller container so it can just get unfrozen. Should we make this part of our 30-minute meal series? Because we could easily make this in under 30 minutes. I think when people think of a dish like this, they think what takes a long time is the sauce, but actually what takes a long time is waiting for the water to boil. So while our water's boiling, we're going to put a little olive oil here in our saucepan. I'm using kind of a deep saucepan because we're going to toss our pasta right in here. So not too much, just like a tablespoon of olive oil. If you like onions, you can definitely add onions here, but this is just where I'm going to put my little frozen piece of garlic, and I'm going to get that going. But if you like onions or you like shallots, you could do onions and shallots first here. Give them a little bit of a sweat, let them cook up, and then you'll add your garlic once your onions have softened some, okay? Because the garlic's only going to take a minute or two, even from frozen, to become super fragrant and to get just a tiny bit of color. Don't get too much color, but we want just a little bit of brownness on our garlic. Okay, our garlic is sizzling. It's become fragrant. You're only going to do the garlic for maybe a minute, especially if it's fresh and not frozen. 30 seconds to a minute. But if you were doing onions, you would have done it a couple minutes before. Then we're going to take that beautiful, gorgeous jar of tomato paste. Yes, love this. This is going to store in the fridge beautifully because I can put the lid back on. It's only good for 10 days afterwards, just so everyone knows. I'm going to use a couple of tablespoons of tomato paste. Okay, maybe like 2 or 3, maybe 2 tablespoons. And then we're just going to mix that in with our garlic. And we're going to let this get sort of a darker maroon color. They call this cooking the tin out of it. Now, our tomato paste wasn't in a tin, so maybe we don't need to do this step. But I think it adds a dimension of flavor anyways. So we're just going to cook this up till it turns from a bright red into a little bit darker red. All right, that's starting to look gorgeous. I'm going to put a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper, not too much. Just because I want to add layers of flavor. So a little salt and pepper here. And then we'll definitely add it once our sauce comes together as well. Now this next step is optional. I happen to have an open bottle of Pinot Grigio and I don't really drink. So I'm just going to add that here for another layer of flavor. Just about a half a cup of the Pinot Grigio to the base of my sauce. Again, you don't have to do this. You can totally leave this step out. And I'm just going to let this all come to a simmer for a minute or two and try to cook that alcohol out and reduce this a little bit. Okay, while we're waiting for our sauce to reduce, we've got a nice boil going on our water. We're gonna generously, palmful or 2, salt the water. Okay, then we're gonna put our pasta in and we're gonna cook it for about 8 minutes. Okay, this has cooked down a bit. Got it over here simmering away. Now we're gonna add our strained tomatoes or tomato sauce, right? Here, I'm probably going to put like half of this container. This is a 24 ounce. I don't think we'll need that much sauce for this 1 pound of pasta. Now we've already developed some flavor in here. We've got garlic, we've got salt and pepper, and our boursin cheese is going to have a lot of flavor in it too. But I'm also going to put a nice good pinch of some Italian seasoning in. Maybe a tablespoon. And give that a stir. And then if you like just a little bit of spice, I'm going to add a little pinch of red pepper flakes. You can certainly leave that out if you don't like spice. Okay, our pasta's almost done, so let's add our cheese so we can get it melted in. Just going to use my spatula to break it up. Stir it in so it gets nice and creamy. Oh, that's part of the reason I seasoned the sauce pretty heavily, was because it will be dulled down a little bit by creaminess. especially if it's spicy. This dairy will help calm the spiciness. Okay, now we're gonna take our pasta, which is al dente, and we're going to transfer it right into our sauce. And it's okay if a little pasta water gets in there. We want that. That's gonna help tighten our sauce up. And we were talking about this being a 30-minute meal, but it's only been like 15 minutes and we're basically finished here. So it's actually a 15-minute meal. Maybe we should make that a series because 15 or 20-minute meals are where it's at for me. Okay, it's all in here. So now we give it a toss. We want to cook it in the sauce for a minute or two, so everything sort of becomes one thing, to finish getting our cheese nice and melted, and just to incorporate all of the ingredients together. If it starts to get too thick, you have your pasta water here. You could put a ladle of pasta water in. My consistency looks pretty good right now, so I'm gonna leave it and go grab some Parmesan cheese. Okay, then just for a finishing touch, we're gonna sprinkle on some Parmesan cheese and stir it in. Okay, 15-minute meal, creamy, garlicky tomato pasta. We're trying it on our sourdough penne. Put a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top. You could certainly garnish with some fresh herbs if that makes you happy. You can tell it's smoking hot. I mean, it's tomatoey, it's creamy, it's garlicky, it's a little bit spicy. But man, delicious. The sourdough pasta, I love it. I think it's really good. The only downside is it's a little bit slick. So I don't know, I mean, it looks like it's sticking pretty good, but I don't know how well the sauce is sticking. You can see there. But, flavors out of this world. I found sourdough easier to digest, but here's a more important thing. 2 ounces of this dry, so this is 6 servings, a pound, which is how much I made. I would probably end up eating a serving or 2, to be honest, if I'm being real with you. If a pound of pasta is 6 servings, I'm probably eating 2 servings. 2 servings of this, just the noodles, not including the cheese, the Parmesan, the tomato, just the noodles. And Parmesan cheese and also the goat cheese have a lot of protein. Just the pasta alone is 8 grams of protein per serving. So this is 16 grams of pasta protein before you add the Parmesan cheese and the boursin. So it's a complete meal, in my opinion. And it's delicious. It's very tomatoey. That tomato paste and crushed tomato is very good. It's very garlicky. A little bit spicy. Oh, delicious. Delish. Do I like it as much as my lemon pasta? No, because I'm obsessed with lemon. But if you like tomato pasta and garlic, 10 out of 10 recommend.